This is Fountain Pendulum. So I was able to get a hold of the Traveler's Notebook zipper cloth insert. So on my previous video, I did the overview of this Moterm cloth zipper insert that's available on Amazon. And I was wanting to compare it to the original Traveler's Notebook version. So I finally was able to get this secondhand to do this comparison video and to see which one I preferred. So they are very close to identical. So I think that makes it a pretty easy decision for a lot of people. This is available broadly now, and this has been discontinued, and the price point is significantly different. Check out my previous video if you want to see that comparison of the website shots and the colors and the sizes that are available. But I want to go over the look and the feel and the build quality on these two side by side. That's what I want to show you today. So, sizing. They are remarkably close, and the difference is negligible. Just a little bit of difference there, not anything really worth mentioning. So when you have something that's constructed so similarly, you kind of have to start nitpicking and pulling it apart. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's start by the appearance. This is labeled as yellow, and this mustard. I think this is a very nice, rich yellow. I think this looks a little bit more washed out, a little bit more lacking in saturation or depth of color. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying in comparison, this has a richer color, which to me is a little bit more satisfying. So that's point one. They both have excellent stitching, so that works perfectly. When you open these, now I would say that this material, let's see if I can show you this. Can you see in the background how transparent they are compared to each other? This feels like a lighter weave or a lighter woven material. It's more transparent than this one. And I don't think it's just because of the color difference. So I think this is a tighter weave, which in my mind is a better construction or better material. Next, this feels more heavily starched than this one. Now I did buy this one secondhand, so maybe that's a little bit of a difference, but not totally. This feels more starched and textured. This feels like it has been starched, but it feels a bit softer. And even if I am touching the inside where there wouldn't be any wear, I would still say that there is definitely a difference there. This has more texture. It feels more starched. This feels a little bit softer and a finer material in a tactile way. So that's another thing. Now under the flap here, there is no branding. On the Traveler's Notebook one, there is. You can see right there. So that's just a minor difference or detail. Now, again, on nitpicking, I would say that the finish on the Traveler's Notebook looks finer, once again, than this Moterm one. But honestly, that's it's not a huge difference. So the difference I would say is here, this flap is open. What they did is, it looks like they folded this corner, these corners down first, then the top one, then the sides, and so that leaves the sides flap open. And here, they did 1, 2, 3, oh, excuse me, these first, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the flaps are a little bit more tidied, I would say. But again, this is really not a big difference or a big deal, but they are differences nonetheless. So I'm going to point that out. Next, let's take a look at these zippers. So this is the Traveler's Notebook one, as a YKK zipper on it, and it functions very nicely with one hand. To me, that's the difference between a good zipper and a bad zipper, is can I operate it with one hand, or do I have to be holding it down while I operate it? So then the Moterm one, likewise, a very nice zipper. It's very fluid. I can use it with one hand. So quality-wise, I would assume the YKK zipper is of better quality, and I would say that it looks, this zipper part itself feels a little bit nicer. But the Moterm one went with, can you see that this is silver and that is gold? And I think the gold really adds something attractive to this overall aesthetic. It matches a lot nicer. That's a detail that I think the Traveler's Notebook one, in its price point especially, maybe should have paid more attention to. Next, this one looks a little bit more compact. This is a little bit more proud, just a little bit. Now, when we look inside, this is very interesting to me. When I zipper this shut, this Moterm one goes all the way closed, and this Traveler's Notebook one doesn't quite. It's like a 1/4 of an inch shy of closing. And there, that's a little bit better. So it's about a 1/4 of an inch shy of closing, and that's a detail. You look inside, and we've got some different things going on here. On this Traveler's Notebook one, it looks like they ran it all the way down and cut it off. So that's where it stops. On this one, the Moterm one, it looks like they ran it all the way down and then they folded it over, and it closes all the way. So I think that's a very nice detail, a finishing that looks nicer. Then going back to the Traveler's Notebook one, I would say, this clasp to me does look a little bit nicer than that one, but no big deal. So these aren't things that you're going to be like staring at. You're not going to be staring at the zippers and which one, but these are all things that come into play that might help you decide between these two and what is the correct option for you. So let's put these into a Traveler's Notebook to see what they look like and how they would function. This is my Galen Leather brown leather Traveler's Notebook with stitching and a mustard elastic band. And oddly, there's no branding on it, but it's Galen Leather. It has 4 strings on the inside, 4 elastic bands, and I have a full review of this for those who are interested. And here I have my ready to be used 2024 Travelers Company monthly insert. So we're just going to use, slide these in. I don't really need to slide them both in because they fit exactly the same, but I guess I could. I just want to show you the function of these. So that's how it fits in. Now watch my reviews, my comparison videos too on Traveler's Notebooks, because Galen Leather's fitting is one of my favorites. There's more material at the edge here so that it's a all-encompassing Traveler's Notebook cover that's leather, and you can comfortably house your 4+ inserts in here without exceeding the bounds of the leather, which unfortunately cannot be accomplished with the Traveler's Company Midori version. So basically we open this up We have a little slot here to put pieces of paper, stickers, notes, whatever you'd like. And then a little open slot here also. And nothing on the back there. Then you would have whatever you would like to put in the center, if anything. Here we have that monthly insert, and then the zipper, which some people use as a sort of wallet. I personally just put stickers or pieces of paper in there, and that zipper is closed and it's plain on the back. So they both work the same way in that sense, that you just slide it right through your elastic, and then you can choose if you want to put inserts inside there. So hopefully this comparison video between these two cloth zipper inserts are helpful. They do come in different colors and the full size for the full size traveler's notebook as well. And you can decide for yourself which one is the best fit for you and what color and the size that corresponds with your traveler's notebook. These are widely available on Amazon in several colors. Check out that other video if you'd like to see it. And these are limited edition and hard to come by. You can still find them new at smaller stores usually, and they're out of stock by and large at any, like even at the Traveler's Notebook Company online. There are limited editions of this as well that you can find in special colors and labeling. I'm thinking of like the To and Fro. I think that was from 2023. And this comes in several different colors as well. But I think the best bet for these is finding them on marketplaces, either used or new as well. So yeah, hopefully that sheds some enlightenment on what direction you'd like to go. A lot of people don't seem to know about these inserts, and I think they're fantastic. And I do prefer them to the plastic ones. I think that the build quality is just really lovely. I think that they're going to wear really well with time. And I think, look how nice that looks all together. I think it's lovely. Versus the plastic ones, I think with use, they just kind of deteriorate. They discolor. They get kind of, I know it takes some time for that to happen, but all the same, it's not really, I find, as aesthetically pleasing. So even at a lower price point, these are definitely competitive and maybe even slightly cheaper than those plastic inserts. So something to check out. Enjoy your traveler's notebook, your accessories, and all your inserts, and I'll see you on the next one.